Hello, happy people, and welcome to your Moment of Zed, the YouTube channel dedicated to the most beautiful car in the world, the BMW Z3, or as the folks in Wales call it, the Z3. I'm Mark, and today this is kind of part 2 about the launch C-Reader X431 Elite Scantool for BMW. Now, link in the description to my last video, which was 2 weeks ago, where I gave you all the details about this. And full disclosure, Launch sent it to me to make the video, or videos at this point, and I had trouble with it. I had trouble downloading the software. It wouldn't scan, and Lucy at the launch company, or their parent company, was very helpful in getting me the firmware fix, which was very simple. Actually, it's right built into the unit. Then I downloaded the software and everything worked fine. So I wanted to show you today how this actually scans. Thank you to the company for being very forthcoming and helpful. But before we get to all of that, we have 2 Zeds of the Week. And first up, we have Chris from California, now living in Washington for college with his, new to him, 2000 2.8 liter 5-speed Roadster, which he's only had for about a month. Now, it came with a new Pioneer head unit and that nice looking luggage rack. He wants to add a ZF Engineering turbo kit and coilovers. Very nice. Congratulations on the new purchase. Next up, Richard from Wales with his 1996 1.9 liter 5-speed Roadster with 113,000 miles. Also a new purchase. Now, Richard is a BMW senior technician, so he's fixed some window seal leaks, some handbrake issues, and he's done the seat rail bushings. He also promises to keep me honest if I screw up my work on my videos. He also says he loves his car even though it still needs some work. Awesome, Richard. Congratulations. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for sharing your beautiful cars. If you'd like to see your car on Zed of the Week, please follow the easy instructions in the description below. Now, let's actually get scanning with this scan tool. Actually, one more thing before we get to that. Want to recognize my viewer Jim from Southern California, who was nice enough to send me this beautiful gift. He has a new 3D printer, which was a gift to him from his children. He took our new logo and made this very cool night light for me. I'm using it every day. And again, thank you so much, Jim. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, so one of the little quirks of our cars, and this was pointed out to me by Cool Cat Terry and a couple of other viewers. Thank you all for pointing out this information that I probably should have known. I don't feel too dumb. Yeah, I do. Anyways, to get full readings from a scan tool on our cars, you need to hook it up to the OBD port on the passenger side underneath the hood. This is also called the Pac-Man port for the shape of the center guide to make that connection. And to do this, you're going to need an adapter. This is a Foxwell adapter. Got it on Amazon for $12 or $13. Link in the description. So to actually hook this up, you're going to have to use the adapter and put that in there. And then go ahead and actually connect the unit to the adapter. So there we have it. So that's how you're going to have to hook that up. I don't think there's really enough cord to get it all the way into the cockpit of the car, but maybe. I don't know. I'll check it. But I think I'm going to do everything from right here for now, and it does have power. Now, right now my ignition's off. I'm just following the instructions, and we will go ahead and go from there. Hello again. It's a whole new week. To say that I've been having technical problems with this video would be an understatement. The scan tool is still working fine. The thing is, when it does its diagnostics, it's going to pop up with your VIN. I don't want to have my VIN on a public video, so I was going to blur it out using a video editor that YouTube has, and it is not working for some reason, and I do need to get this video out. So I'm going to go ahead and cover over my VIN as it pops up on the screen in several different places. manually, which isn't going to look real professional, but I apologize for that. There's nothing else I can do about it right now. Kind of like covering up, you know, the picture of your license plate with your fingertip. Anyways, my ignition is on. Hit diagnostics. On newer cars, I would assume that the auto detect for the VIN would work. Doesn't work for ours. Hit diagnostics for BMW. It will show you the diagnostic software version. Hit OK. It's going to start communicating with the car. Now, from here, you can hit automatically search, and then it's going to manage to get the VIN. It will get the VIN using this procedure. And it really doesn't take that long. And it has popped up with my VIN in 2 places, as you can see. I know, very professional blue tape. It also gives all the information for the car itself, a ton of good information, so you can see when the car was made, your engine, all the pertinent information. So mine was made in May of 1998, for instance, so good information to know. Then I'm just going to hit next. And at this point, the machine's going to start communicating with the different modules. Now, it's not actually doing a scan. It's just showing that it can communicate with the modules. A lot of these modules we don't have, so I'm going to zip right through this. Okay, now we're at the point where I want to do the main thing I wanted to show you that this can do, is the health report. Okay. So I hit health report, and again, it's communicating. And it's going to start going through the different modules. No engine control module, no fault code, which is nice. And again, it's going to try to scan all the modules that BMW might have, but ours don't. So we just don't have a lot of these. The transmission control module not equipped. And the other engine control module not equipped. I have a fault code in my immobilized system. Not sure what that would be. That didn't come up the last time I did this. My ABS system has 2 fault codes. That has come up before, so I'm going to have to explore those, although I'm not getting a light, any kind of light on the dash with them. So, you know, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to have to look into it. I should probably get my airbag light as well, my SRS light, because the light's on again, and I know I did a video about that in the past, a couple years ago, with a cheaper scan tool that is able to get rid of the SRS code, and there is the SRS code, which is very, very common with our cars, as you know. And that should be the last thing that pops up. And again, a lot of the stuff on our car, we're just not equipped with the stuff. So I will probably fast forward through the rest of this. Okay, the scan is done. Here are my diagnostic trouble codes, my DTCs, my faults. So I have 1 in the electric or electronic immobilized system. I have 2 in my ABS, and I have 1 in my airbag. So I'm going to research these other ones more, but I just want to show you that for the SRS, for example, you can clear the code. And clear fault code complete. It gives you a warning that you may still get the code until you run the car. And there we go. So that SRS one is gone. And it actually took out the immobilizer one too, right there. And I've still got these two. Those will probably reset when you run the car, maybe not. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at both of those. But now I know one thing, and this is nice, is the SRS light will be off on the dash, because I've did this before last week. So that's a nice thing you can do. You can clear the codes. The other nice thing you can do is, and you will get the report of the diagnosis you did, and you can go ahead and hit share, which is right there. You hit the share button. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you an email report. So you can put an email address in there and you can send it. Maybe you need to send it to your mechanic or someone else. You want to send it to yourself, whatever the case may be. Obviously, you have to be connected to the internet. So as far as the Scantool goes, that's the main thing I want to be able to do, and this unit does it, and it works fine, is scan all my systems, get me the codes, allow me to clear the codes if I want to, get details about the codes so I can look into them further. And again, another nice feature is I can send a report to someone else about the codes if I want to. So that's the main thing I want this unit to do, and it does it. Let's take a look at the other thing I like about it. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show that this is capable of is showing you live data. So if I go to OBD2, all right, and this is probably going to take a minute because it's going to have to, it's going to have to connect. And then it's going to have to go through each of the OBD2 protocols that the car might use. And of course on ours, it's going to be the last one. So it's going to have to go through all this. And I'll just go ahead and speed through this for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And what I want to do is go into read live data. And again, there's other things this can do, but I can go ahead and ask for live data for 21 different things. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit a few of them, and I don't know, doesn't really matter. Let's see the oxygen sensors. All right, hit OK. So I picked 13 of them to look at, and there's my mass airflow, my airflow rate. There's the engine coolant temperature, which is going up. I have things set to Celsius right now. Engine RPM is about 8, well, varying a little bit, but somewhere in the mid 8s, mid to low 8s. My ignition advance, intake air temperature, so it's a nice day, about 24 degrees. And my output voltage for my oxygen sensors. And my short-term fuel trim. Again, this is live, so it's updating constantly. And there's actually, it's on 2 pages, so that's fine. And then, how do I get back to the first one? There it goes. Okay, great. So again, you can do this and get live data. You can ask it to record that live data. So you can hit record. And it's going to be recording this. So this is something else you could show your mechanic or just have on to look at later. So I assume we hit stop recording. And that's the file name. Okay. So that's been recorded successfully. So that's a nice thing to be able to do. So folks, there you have it. Again, full disclosure, Launch sent this to me for free in exchange for the videos at this point. But I think, without bias either way, it's a good tool. It works as advertised. It's not the only tool out there. If you'd like to purchase it, link in the description. I'd certainly appreciate it. But either way, I look forward to using this in the future. And if you found this content valuable, as always, please crush that like button. And until next time, remember, friends don't let friends drive boring.